Hi friends, welcome. In this video, we understand the complete process of TDS from TDS deduction to a TDS certificate issue, right? So first, there is a company called as Vedanta Academy and there is a person called as Mr. A or ABC company. And Vedanta Academy are receiving services from Mr. A or ABC. So Vedanta Academy making a payments towards Mr. A or ABC company. So Vedanta Academy is taking benefits from Mr. A. So when Vedanta Academy making payments towards Mr. A, like for rent or technical services or any professional service, whatever services taken from Mr. A, Vedanta Academy making payment to Mr. A. If that respect to nature of payment exceeds threshold limit, the Vedanta Academy need to deduct a TDS while making the payment, correct? So what is TDS? Tax deducted at source. Any person or a company while making the payment that exceeds the threshold limit need to deduct TDS. It is payer's responsibility. A person who is making the payment, it is a payer's responsibility to deduct TDS while making the payment that exceeds the threshold limit. So when Vedanta Academy making payment to Mr. A or ABC company in the nature of payment of salary, rent or professional services, commission, brokerage or bank interest or whatever it may be. So the Vedanta Academy need to deduct TDS if that payment exceeds threshold limit. So whatever TDS deducted, whatever TDS deducted while making payments, the Vedanta Academy need to deposit same TDS amount deducted using a challan number 281 monthly in the NSDL portal. For example, in the month of April, whatever TDS that I deducted, I need to deposit to the government by the month of May 7th, right? And it is my responsibility to deduct TDS. And for example, I am making payment of rupees 30,000 for professional services, for example like a computer repair. So for computer repair the bill was only 30,000. so in that time I know need to deduct TDS. But if the party is asking me to make the payment of 50,000, I should not make full payment of Mr. A. I need to deduct a TDS, and whatever TDS deducted, that I need to deposit to the government in the NSDL portal using challan number 281 in the monthly price. What is the due date? Subsequent month 7. So whatever taxes, whatever TDS I deducted in the month of April, need to deposit same in the NSDL portal by the day of 7th of May. And if I am not deducting TDS, I am making the payment of more than threshold limit. The limit on professional and technical services is 30,000. So if I am making a payment of 50,000 without deducting TDS, then I need to pay 1%. I need to pay 1% penalty on the TDS amount, right? So it is the responsibility to deduct TDS while making the payment, right? So whatever TDS you deducted while making the payment, you need to deposit a same TDS to the NSDL portal using your challan number 281 on monthly basis. And even the first case is what? Non-deduction. If you are liable to deduct TDS, and if you do not deduct TDS, you need to pay 1% penalty on the amount. Second thing, under section 201 1961 Income Tax Act 201A, as per this rule, you need to deduct TDS if it is liable to deduct. If you do not deduct TDS, the penalty will be 1% on the TDS amount. Second, the same section 1961 Income Tax Act 201A, TDS deducted but not deposited same with the government within the due date, then the penalty will be 1.5% on the TDS amount. So if it is liable to deduct TDS, you have to deduct TDS. If you are not deducting TDS, then the penalty will be 1%. And after deduction TDS, you need to deposit same TDS amount within the due date to the government. If you do not deposit same amount within the due date, then the penalty will be 1.5% of your TDS amount, right? So likely every month while making the payments to the persons, you are a company, you need to deduct a TDS if that payment exceeds the threshold limit under section 281 and under challan number 281, you need to deposit same taxes, same TDS to the government using NSDL portal. Yeah, so again NSDL portal is going to share all these TDS information to the income tax department. So while Vedanta Academy making payment into the NSDL portal, need to make the payment using their TAN number. Using a Vedanta TAN number, the Vedanta whatever tax is deducted while making the payment need to deposit with NSDL portal using a TAN number, likely for April, May and June for quarter 1. So there is a due dates, right? So NSDL again share the information to the income tax department. So likely Vedanta Academy need to deduct for April, May, June. So after that, right, you need to deduct TDS every month, likely for April to March, likely for 12 months. But after deducting for April, May and June, you need to submit the 3 months, a quarter 1 summary to the income tax department using your TDS returns. So on the basis of quarterly. So that is what quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3 and quarter 4. And that is the TDS forms, form 24Q. So whatever TDS deducted on salary, right, and you are going to make the payment to the government every month by 7th using your channel number 281 in the NSDL portal. Likely just make the payment for 3 months. And again you need to declare the total information to the income tax department on whom's PAN card number you deducted TDS. So for example, in the month of April you deducted total 10,000. In the month of May also you deducted 10,000. In the month of June also you deducted a total 10,000. So total you pay to the government total rupees 30,000. And you need to explain to the government on which person or on which company you deducted TDS and what is the nature of payment. You need to give all the deducted details in the TDS returns. See here, first you are making the payment to the government every month using your channel number 281, but here you are declaring only your TAN number, but you are not giving any deducted details, right? So whatever you deducted April, May, June, you need to submit for a TDS return. That is what form number 24Q applicable for TDS on salaries, form number 26Q is applicable for TDS other than salary, and form number 26QC is applicable for TDS on rent. Yeah. So you need to give the statement of TDS on quarterly basis. You need to deduct every month and you need to declare the deducted detail to the government on every quarter, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3 and again quarter 4. And again, so here the income tax department portal is going to collect the information from NSDL about your payment number and all. And again Vedanta Academy need to submit a TDS return on based on quarterly every quarter, likely for four quarters in the year. So this income tax department portal is going to share the information to the TDS traces portal, right? So NSDL, see, income tax portal is going to collect the information from NSDL on monthly basis. Again Vedanta company are declaring all deducted details by submitting TDS returns for 4 quarters to the income tax department. So this income tax department is going to share all of your TAN card details, again your deducted details into the TDS traces portal. Again the Vedanta Academy need to log in into the TDS portal, and again after logging into the TDS portal, the Vedanta Academy need to issue a certificate to all the person that wherever the TDS deducted, right? So that called as a TDS certificate, form 16 to be issued by Vedanta Academy to Mr. A or ABC company if the TDS deducted on salaries. And again Vedanta Academy need to issue a certificate of form number 16A, that is what a TDS certificate for other than salaries to Mr. A, that too on yearly basis. So this is a process of a TDS in the deductor point of view. So deductor need to deduct TDS every month, and deductor need to pay whatever TDS deducted. So the deductor need to deposit same taxes to the NSDL portal using challenge number 281 by declaring your TAN number, likely for April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So likely for every month. And NSDL is going to share this information into the income tax department. So NSDL stands for National Securities Depository Limited, owned by the Finance Ministry, which holds all the revenue from the taxes. Yeah. So again Vedanta company need to file TDS returns on every quarterly. So every month they need to deduct a TDS and deposit same TDS with NSDL portal. And again every quarter you need to declare on whom you deducted TDS, what is the nature of payment, how much you deducted, how much you paid to the persons. So you need to give all the details on quarterly basis, likely for quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3 and quarter 4. And after that this income tax department portal is going to share all the data into the TDS portal, TDS traces portal, and wherein the company need to register their TAN card, their TAN number in the TDS traces. They need to log in. Then after that they need to issue a TDS certificate. So the statement of total TDS and the total payment during the total year, and need to issue form 16 if the TDS deducted on salaries, and need to issue form 16A if the TDS deducted other than salary. So this is a Vedanta Academy point of view, correct? And again, Mr. A or ABC company, a person who is receiving the payments, Mr. A or ABC on the next year. So Mr. A or ABC is earning the money in this year. So in the next year, that's called as assessment year. So in the next year, they need to declare all their incomes. They need to declare all their other source of income. They need to declare all their deductions, and they need to file income tax return to the income tax department portal by declaring their income and expenses under taxes. So here, case number 1. So now, while Vedanta Academy making a payment to Mr. A or ABC company, deducted some TDS, is clear, and paid some remaining amount to Mr. A or ABC company. So next, in the A or ABC point of view, A or ABC need to declare all their incomes from salary or all their income from any other sources, and they need to minus deductions equal to net tax liability. So whatever tax is liable to pay by Mr. A or ABC company, they need to pay taxes to the income tax department. But here the case number 1. What is the case number 1? For example, if Mr. A or ABC company total tax liability, if the tax liability of Mr. A or Mr. ABC company is more than TDS deducted, if Mr. A or ABC company tax liability is more than TDS deducted, then A need to pay taxes to the government using NSDL portal chala number 280. For example, Vedanta Academy total 12 lakhs and deducted 1 lakh in the whole year. So the taxes on behalf of Mr. A already paid to the government rupees of 1 lakh in the name of TDS. So if Mr. A liability is 2 lakhs, Mr. A tax liability was 2 lakhs, and Vedanta Academy already deducted 1 lakh TDS while making the payments and deposited to the government using Mr. A PAN card. By Mr. A PAN card declared in the TDS return, that is what quarterly 24Q. So Mr. A information already given to the government as TDS deducted and deposited with the government. So in the future, in the assessment year, if Mr. A liability, for example, 2 lakhs, so if Mr. A liability is more than TDS deducted, so that the tax liability was 2 lakhs, the tax liability was 2 lakhs, and taxes already paid by the company is only 1 lakh. So the remaining 1 lakh has to pay taxes to the government by Mr. A or ABC company. And case number 2, for example, Mr. A liability is only 50,000. Mr. A liability is only 50,000, but already taxes paid to the government in the name of TDS is rupees 1 lakh. So whatever excess taxes paid by the Vedanta Academy, that is more than your TDS liability. Secondly, if the tax liability is less than TDS deducted, then Mr. A or ABC company will get back the excess tax paid amount as a refund. So whenever they file income tax return within 15 to 3 months, the whatever excess taxes paid by the Vedanta Academy to the government in the name of TDS will be credited into the A or ABC company's bank account within 15 to 3 months of time. So this is a complete TDS process overview. In the next 2 videos, we'll be discussing each topic one by one with practical scenarios. Thank you.